Alright, this video is going to be a little bit different. Lately, I've been getting a lot of emails from students, from Kali Center friends and fans, especially a lot of you guys that follow me on my Snapchat whenever I post on there. And you guys are asking me about, Paul, how do I obtain faster skills in Kali? How do I learn Kali faster? And if you guys follow my Snapchat, for those that do, you hear me talking about how to obtain skills in Kali faster. So one of the things that my advanced students and my staff really know about me is you got to be very, very literal about the words that I choose to say. And I didn't say necessarily learn Kali faster. I'm talking about building skills in Kali faster. All right? Learning drills and obtaining knowledge is one thing, and that's actually very, very easy to do. Now, when you look at learning drills, it really only takes minutes to learn drills, but to develop skills takes hours upon hours upon hours of practice, of training. Training solo, training with partners, different people, all that stuff. Now, here's the thing. When you are just starting off in Kali, really any martial arts, but we're just going to talk about Kali, you feel like you have this big surge of growth. And the reason you feel that is because it's not so much that you're developing skills. I mean, you are developing some skills, but really what you're doing is you are obtaining this huge flood of knowledge. Right? And that's what you're learning. You're learning, terminology. You're learning basic drills. You're learning about some basic strategies, maybe some techniques. You might be touching on some tactics and things. But in the beginning, it's not really, when I'm teaching, it's not really a focus on necessarily skills. It's more of a focus on, all right, let's get you going and get you some knowledge flooded into you. So for my intermediate people and my advanced guys especially, with them I talk about, all right, let's build some skill. And from there, because at the intermediate level, you start to feel like you plateau. And you feel like for 6 months, a year, sometimes even 18 months, you feel like you're not really going anywhere with your training. This is normal. Because when you're training with the same people over and over again for a year, you got to remember something, that everybody is actually getting better. And you guys are all getting better relatively at the same rate. But here's how you break that. If you want to excel your skills 9 times faster, 3 times faster, 7 times faster, 9 times faster, 10 times faster, right? What I suggest to do, and what I do myself, and I tell my advanced guys, and this is what separates my advanced guys, my staff guys, from my intermediate students. Limit yourself. All right, when you're flowing with people, okay, when you're drilling, when you're flowing, when you're sparring, just limit yourself to 2 or 3 things that you're allowed to hit people on. All right, and everything else, all the other times, if you don't see these lines coming out and matching up, then the whole rest of the time you should just be protecting yourself. All right, and by limiting for a month, I've got these 2 or 3 things that are going to be my go-to things, my go-to techniques, my go-to tactics. All right, if you limit yourself for 1 month, then here's why you're going to start getting better at that, at those 1, 2, or 3 things. I wouldn't really go above 3 things. All right, the next month you can filter some things out, but here's why you're getting better at those. Even when you're training with the same people over and over again, okay? Knowledge doesn't necessarily get you better, it's application. We know that, being martial artists. We know that it's experience that creates skill, but I'm gonna one-up that. It's not experience alone, because you can have a lot of experience doing the same thing over and over and over. So what I'm talking about, we're gonna level level that up is creative experience. So if you want to excel your skill, right, if you want to just excel your knowledge, well then just learn more drills, right? And you can do that. But if you want to develop higher level skills, then you need to be more creative, especially when you're training with the same, handful of people or the same 20 or 30 people in the school, because everybody is learning. And you got that old saying that, well, your training partners are going to learn all of your tricks. Okay, that's true. So what do you need to do? You need to figure out new tricks, right? And then what happens is they start to learn those tricks on you, and they forget about the tricks you were doing a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months ago. Now don't forget about those tricks. You got to keep those in your back pocket and let those come out from time to time. But it's the more creative you can get in your training, the more creative you can get with a limitation of 2 to 3 techniques and tactics. That's where you're going to start to really see improvements. Because when you can start pegging people with 1 or 2 things, right? Just do that for a month. Me, typically I do that for 3 months. Right? And then by the next quarter, because I train, all my skill development is done by quarters, right? So by the next series of 3 months, what I do, check this out. It's kind of going for my morning nature walk. Kind of always love this spot here. All right, but what I do is that second quarter of 3 months, right, I always have my go-to thing. This is what I'm improving on. This is what I'm working on for the whole year. And then I take 1 or 2 of those other things and I flip them out with different skills. So that way I'm just totally focused. I'm doubling down my focus on developing the skills of these 2 particular things. And then I have that one major go-to thing. And that's the thing I hit everybody with. Everybody. Now, I don't care if you're coming out to the events and from another school or whatever it is, I'm gonna hit you with that, because that's what I'm looking to master, is that one thing. And I guarantee if you start to figure it out, how I'm gonna hit you with that, I'm gonna be creative and come up with some new tactics, some variations of that technique. I'm gonna figure out new ways, better ways to break the rhythm, break the timing of it, and cause more confusion. All right? So if you want to gain skills faster, 3 times faster, that's how you do it. It's all about how creative can you get in training with limited techniques and tactics. All right, the more that you practice this over some time, what's going to happen is you're going to develop a habit of creative thinking, on the spot creative thinking. And over time, I guarantee you, in about a 12 to 18 month period, you're going to see this extreme growth happen. And you're going to just start thinking this way when you're flowing, and then your skills, you're not going to see too much of these plateaus in your skill development. Now, you may want to learn new drills. You might figure out some new drills. That way you can develop these new skills or the new techniques for these skills or what. And that's cool. You should be doing that. That's, again, being creative. And I'm a big advocate of that. You don't have to just follow my drills set to stone. I say once you have those down, then start being creative and start, looking at variations and things that you can do on those drills. All right, but the more you cause this creative process in training on the go, on the fly, you're going to create this into a habit, into a routine, almost like a ritual every time that you train. And over time, over a 6, 12, 18 month period, now you're going to start developing your skills not only at a 3 times faster rate, but a 7 times faster rate, 9 times, 10 times faster rate, simply because you've rewired your mind to think this way. All right? Think about it. If you're getting something out of this video, hit that thumbs up button. I got a lot more to talk about with all this stuff, and I'm gonna be throwing some more training tips and stuff like this up on my online school, because I don't want to give all this stuff away for free. Some of you guys would get mad at me for that, but you gotta remember that this is my YouTube channel and this is my instruction, so you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so if you get something out of this video, give me a thumbs up. If not, go ahead and give me a thumbs down. You know, I'm not doing Kali Center for a popularity contest. I'm doing it, you know, to share Kali, but really it's kind of a journal of my own stuff too. All right, so especially the online school and all that, and what I have coming up for all that. And leave me a comment below if you got anything to add to this, anything you want to take away from this. You know why I say that? Add and take away. It's what Bruce Lee talked about. All right, let's see if you guys who can tell me this quote that I'm talking about from Bruce Lee. All right, it's all about being creative. All right? And that's what I want to promote, especially through Kali Center, is, you know, you don't have to do everything set in stone. I used to be like that. I mean, in the beginning when you're learning a drill, it's good to do that, but then it's time to break out of the box of the instructor and start kind of opening up your own wings and start exploring and be creative. All right, subscribe to the channel, especially let me know if you want to see more videos like this, kind of more like, I don't know, I guess I can call them rants or something. Instructional rants or Kali mentor rants. I don't know, you guys tell me what you want me to call them, and maybe I'll start doing some more of these. All right, so subscribe to it. Check out the online school over at kalicenter.com if you want to get more training, get more drills, get more skills, ideas, more ways for you to be creative in your training. All right, if you're training solo, if you have a training group, if you have a school, if you want to add Kali to your school programs, whatever you want to do. All right, there's no, like, you know, crazy organization stuff going on with Kali Center. You know, you guys have fun with it. That's the most important thing I want to promote, is having fun in your training while you're still getting better. All right, and so check that out if you want. kalicenter.com. Got some DVD downloads also over there. All that, lots of stuff, lots of stuff. All right, just remember that right now, currently, we've got about over 250 videos at my online school. Okay, those videos, you know, range anywhere from 3 to 7 minutes on average. Some of them are a lot longer. Some of them are like 14, 15 minutes long. Okay, but you got to remember something. When you're watching these videos, 250 plus videos, there's already well over 3 months worth of knowledge. Okay, 3 months, over, way over. We're talking, there's already a couple years worth of training already on there. So don't fly through the material. If you want to gain better skills, gain higher level of knowledge of Kali, don't fly through material. Take your time. Take your time. Create those creative habits, and you know, work that experience. Get a lot of that under your belt. Put the hours in, hours upon hours upon hours, and you'll be surprised. You're going to start creating new habits in your training. You start rewiring your mind to learn faster, to retain information better, and it'll be less likely for you to get stuck in those training plateaus. All right? Like, comment, subscribe, check out kalicenter.com. I'll see you guys soon. Later. I'm going to go finish up my walk. It's a nice day. It's supposed to be hot. I love it hot. Hot and humid. Chicago weather. All right, I'm out.